I'm Jennifer Sienes, and welcome to the read along. I'm really excited that I could get to be a part of this. I'm going to be reading chapter 1 of my new novel. It's called Illusions, and it will be released through Celebrate Lit on April 28th. It is book 2 in my Apple Hill series, and it holds a very special place in my heart because it was inspired by my own sweet daughter, Nicole. Years ago, she was in a near fatal car accident, and it resulted in traumatic brain injury and a year-long recovery from that. And that's really the heart of this story. There's all the scenes that are in the hospital and in the recovery rehab center and all that are actually true to life scenes that happened with my daughter. I used my journal to refer back to that and to get all the details correct. So I hope you'll enjoy it. And this is chapter 1. Corey. Sins, even those buried with time, have the power to destroy. How could I have foreseen 18 years ago that Taylor would be the victim of that destruction? A life for a life. If only I could trade places with her now. A fluorescent light above her hospital bed spotlights her stark white features, and a lone drop of blood stains her left cheek like a macabre tear. So many tubes. The one attached to her mouth is ominous, plugged to a machine that sucks and whirs, breathing for her. A heart monitor beeps, and I'm entranced by the corresponding blips on the screen. One side of her head is shaved, and a neat row of stitches, an inch long or so, stand out against her pale scalp. My panic crawls up my throat. What have I done? Paul storms through the doorless entrance of Taylor's neuro unit ICU room. I got here as fast as I could. He wraps me in a fierce hug and pulls away, his eyes darting to her still form and back at me. What happened? The pitch of his voice, fear in his eyes, steal what breath I have left. The horror displayed in his features matches that in my heart. I draw air in through my mouth, unable to abide the stench of antiseptic and anxiety, and shake my head. I don't know. Liar. Car accident. I know that much. He grips the side rails, knuckles whitening. Murmured voices float from the hall, and he lowers his voice. Why was she driving? Did you send her on an errand? Send her? I shake my head. She was on a mission, and I was the target. How can I tell him, though? It'll change everything, and I can't face that, not yet. Maybe not ever. Michael moves from the shadowed corner of the room, drawing Paul's attention as he steps up to the bed beside me. The faintest whiff of cigarette smoke clings to his jacket. Taylor told me she was heading to the church to see you. Accusation, improperly focused, laces his tone. Me? Paul's features are pinched. Was I supposed to meet her? I don't think so. I was preparing for the board meeting. He stares past me. Is he retrieving his mental calendar? It doesn't matter, I say. Another lie. How many have I told in the last 10 minutes? Or the last 18 years? I clutch the gold cross hanging around my neck and pray for Taylor to live. Bargain my life for hers, even knowing her survival will be the end of me. The end of everything. First Michael, now this. It doesn't make sense, Paul mutters. It's not like her to... Are you Taylor Schaefer's parents? Yes, I say. Hope wars with dread. The tall man striding into the room glances from me to Paul, no emotion crossing his tired features, and my heart beats like a bass drum. I'm Dr. Nielsen, Taylor's neurosurgeon. Neurosurgeon? Paul steps toward the man in his usual take-charge manner, and I join him. The doctor nods. Has anyone given you an update? No. Paul's one word overflows with impatience. I place my hand on his forearm, and the muscles relax under my touch. Not exactly. I was told she'd been in surgery and there's concern about a head trauma? Yes. The doctor flips the pages of the chart. I've inserted an ICP monitor, gauges if there's pressure building from the injury. Michael slumps into the chair beside the bed, watching the interaction with the air of cool only a 15-year-old can feign. Paul shifts from one foot to the other. ICP? Intracranial pressure, Dr. Nielsen supplies. No internal injuries, but the impact to her head. He looks me in the eye. It's serious. She's non-responsive. I shake my head. What does that mean? She's in a coma. Oh, God. Michael rises, hands slipping into the front pockets of his baggy jeans. Do you know when she'll wake up? The doctor turns to him, one eyebrow hitching up. There's no way to know. Could be days or weeks, but there's been no swelling, and she's young. Best guess, days. As he leaves, I turn back to the bed and slip my hand over hers, pale and still on the bed. It's okay. Paul whispers the words against my temple, wrapping his arm around my waist. She'll pull out of this. She's strong. But brain injury? I look at my beautiful daughter, tears pool in my eyes and spill over. If she dies, if she lives, oh God, what have I done? I swipe trembling fingers at the tears. You have no right to cry. I fumble in my pocket for a tissue. With a feather-like touch, I dab it at the blood on Taylor's cheek. No use, it's now a smear. You heard the doctor, babe, she's young. Wadding the tissue, I lick it and try again. Better, but still a trace. Mom? Michael hovers on the other side of the bed, his face as white as Taylor's. Is she? He shrugs, hair spilling over one eye. Do you think she'll... I need to call Mark. Paul plants a kiss on my temple before stepping away. A chill invades my bones, like his presence is all that keeps death at bay. Let him know what's going on. Pray up our girl. Clenching the tissue, I hug my body and watch while Paul gives Michael's shoulder a squeeze before leaving the room. Michael moves around the bed and steps into his father's place, eyes on Taylor. Again, a whiff of cigarette smoke, but now's not the time. She was like real mad when she left this afternoon. I wrap an arm around his shoulders. It'll be fine, sweetie. But the hateful words that spewed from her lips, the contorted features, the hurt, the loss. My assurance to Michael is just another lie. They're piling up, one on top of the other, burying me alive. But what difference does it make now? I'm as good as dead anyway. Second scene, Paul. Chest constricting, cell phone biting into my palm, I slam through the double doors, escaping the ICU. Taylor's face like a ghost of my girl, head shaven, a slash of stitches across her scalp. Coma, brain trauma. What if she... I can't go there. Oh God, don't do this to her. Eyes focused on the elevator doors at the end of the linoleum-floored hallway, I pass an elderly couple without a glance. Gotta get out of here before I lose it. Calling the church office was an excuse. Breaking down in front of Corey and Michael? It won't do. At the double steel doors, I punch the down arrow. Just a little fresh air and I'll regain control. Be strong again. Pastor Paul? A quivery female voice floats from behind me. The elderly couple? Church attendees? Ignore them. For once I won't be ruled by my position. The down arrow lights with a ding before the doors whoosh open. I spot the stairwell to my left and sidestep to it without turning toward the couple I now realize is Grace and Ron Spires. My staunchest supporters, even in the wake of Michael's stupidity. But supporters or not, I can't face anyone, not yet. Not until I muscle some control. The stairwell is gray, cold, illuminated by fluorescent fixtures. A giant 5 is painted in black on the wall, in case I miss the coordinating number painted on the drab door. But it's quiet and, thank God, empty. Just in case the Spires try to follow, I jog down a level before pocketing the phone and dropping onto the top step of the landing. This morning at breakfast, Taylor was excited about some science project for physiology. Blood typing. All she talked about on the way to school was the blood drive, how she'll finally be able to donate. And now, what if she never wakes up? What if she wakes up but she's never the same? What if? Oh God, heal her. Please don't let her suffer brain damage. I rub my eyes and my fingers come away wet. I can't let Corey see me like this. She needs to believe. And if I appear afraid, well then she'll... A ring echoes in the quiet, followed by the vibrating of my phone against my thigh. Could be Corey. Maybe something's happened. Maybe Taylor woke her. Or I fish it out of my pocket and check the caller ID. Not Corey. I shake off the disappointment and thumb the call button. Mark. Where are you? The board meeting started 10 minutes ago. Something came up. Came up? A sigh blows over the line. Well, I can put them off for a few minutes. When can you get here? Where are you? Sutter Roseville Hospital. Roseville? Look, Mark, your position's on the line here. What am I supposed to tell the board members? I clench my jaw tight to bite back the expletive. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, and out, 1, 2, 3. Tell them my daughter's been in a car accident and I need to reschedule. What? Mark's voice falters on the word. Oh, Paul, man, I'm sorry. What happened? How bad is it? I swallow down the lump choking off my air supply. Don't know yet. She's in a coma. Coma? But how? I mean, what happened? I'm not sure. I haven't had a chance to talk to Corey yet. There might be some brain damage. We don't know. We're kind of in shock here. Oh, man. He sounds weary, and Desai comes through the phone. What? It's just, you know that group. They're gunning for your position. I don't know how long I can put them off. A sharp and visceral anger impales me. Ridiculous. This whole thing's been blown way out of proportion. I slam my fist against the wall, the impact and throbbing pain a welcome distraction. It depends on your perspective. You agree with them? Didn't say that. Then what? It's just this whole thing with Michael, you know, the way it looks. Yeah, remind him of John 8. Might be a good reminder for you too. I'm not making accusations here, Paul, but throwing it back in their faces isn't going to save your butt. There's not a man among them whose kids haven't messed up at some point in there or another. Maybe, but none of them are pastoring a church. With no comeback, I close my eyes. I can't deal with this right now. My family's got to come first here. No, you're right. Sorry. I'll see what I can do. I hit the end button and fight the urge to hurl the phone. And that's the end of chapter 1. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy this read along. Be blessed, stay safe and healthy. Bye.